Fighters who will get fraud checked badly. All right. So these can be like prospects, or these can kind of be like people who aren't necessarily prospects. But these are fighters who I think are gonna get fraud checked very badly in their next couple fights. Doesn't exactly have to be their next fight, but could be just like, oh, if they get thrown into a top 15 opponent, like a ranked opponent, they're gonna get fraud checked badly. Uh, let them develop their game a little bit more before you throw them into a top 15 matchup. First, fucking Zestmaster himself, Payton Talbott. Okay? Listen, this dude's actually pretty good. He seems to have a lot of power. But I feel like a lot of people have been calling for this dude to get matched up into the like a ranked opponent right away after his win over Yenis Gamori. And after rewatching that fight, like the fucking 20 seconds of it, like a million times, I low key feel like the fight definitely wasn't fixed. I don't want to say it was fixed, but it just felt weird because like he put him down badly with the shot, and then like he kind of just like covered up on the floor and was like aren't you supposed to be like finishing me right now, dude? What are you doing? And then like Talbot was like, oh shit, I dropped him with that. Okay, and then he finished him. And like, here's the thing: his win over Cameron Simon, really good. That was a really good win in my opinion. Cameron Simon trains with Dricus du Plessis. Dricus is the current champion. They have a very, very good gym out there in South Africa, so that's a good win. But I could see him if he gets a ranked opponent, like a top 15 guy. They're not gonna give him somebody past like the top 10, I don't think. So like Zahabi or Martinez, or even like Kyler Phillips. I feel like those guys, maybe not Martinez, but Zahabi and Kyler Phillips are definitely going to grapple this dude to a decision. Like, I don't think I've seen good enough, like, grappling defense or just like a takedown defense from him. I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, well, Cameron Simon, he's a good grappler. I was like, bro, Cameron got fucking rocked early and then dove right into a knee. Like, and I'm not taking anything away from Talbot. Talbot timed the knee perfectly, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like somebody who's a little bit higher level, like a Zahabi or a Kyler Phillips, or like almost anybody else in that range. Maybe not Martinez, because I don't think necessarily Martinez is going to grapple with him. I think he would definitely try and strike with him, but I do think Martinez would beat him. I mean, Martinez is coming off of a loss to Jose Aldo, and this weekend he's going to fight McGee, I think it is. I think he gets past McGee, but even if not, like he fought Jose Aldo, went to a decision with him. I wouldn't say it was necessarily like, how do I put this? Because it was like I want to say it was like a competitive fight, but like he got 30-27, but like he wasn't like he lost every round clearly. He got outlanded and everything, but like he was trading low kicks with Aldo. Like he looked good in that fight, which I don't know how the UFC didn't immediately shoot Aldo into like a title elimination bout after that, but whatever. I mean, he looked really good in that fight. Aldo and Martinez looked really good in that fight. So I could see him like if the Martinez that fought Aldo shows up against McGee and beats him or whatever, but like if he were to fight Talbot right now, assuming the McGee fight it wasn't scheduled, didn't happen. If he were to fight Talbot right now, I would pick him to win that fight. If the Martinez that showed up against Aldo shows up, 100%, 100%. So I just don't think that Payton Talbot is quite ready yet. I think he needs to fight. I think he has a fight booked actually. Let me look up who he has a fight booked against, because I know he does. Let's see here. Payton Talbot, he's 9-0 right now. Barcelos, okay. For UFC 311. Let him win against Barcelos, and then give him like somebody who's just outside the rankings, like barely outside. Like I heard people saying Adrian Yanez, or like just give him somebody, just give him another unranked guy, just barely out of the rankings, or give him like who's ranked number 15 at bantamweight right now, I could see him getting a Montel Jackson. I mean, I don't know how that fight necessarily plays out, but we'll see. But I'd say one or two more fights, then give him a ranked opponent. Let him develop his game a little bit more. But I'm just saying, if this guy is immediately shot into like a Zahabi matchup or a Kyler Phillips matchup or God forbid a Mario Batista matchup, he's gonna get wrestle fucked, and I think he's gonna get out grappled to a decision. So nothing against Talbot, I like him. He's zesty as fuck. He's pretty funny. He's got a really good personality, but I do think he will get fraud checked if they try and catapult him straight into a top 15 guy. So next person. Oh fuck! I forgot. I forgot. Okay. Fucking Reinier de Ridder. I kind of forgot I put this on the slide. I mean, this dude practically he took out the goat. If you think about it, GM3. Some would say he deserves a title shot right off of that. I mean, man, he beat GM3 in the most GM3 way possible. No, but on a serious note, he gassed pretty hard in that fight, and like he was kind of losing the fight until he finished GM3. Like you can argue that he won the first round because he knocked GM3 down in the very last second, but GM3 was winning that round up until that point, so you can kind of argue it was a GM3 round, and I'm pretty sure GM3 was taking the second round pretty comfortably. But then he gets a like an arm triangle in the third round, chokes him out. But dude, he like flopped over after that. Looked so gassed. But yeah, I mean, I don't think you should rush this dude into a top 15 opponent. You need to give him another like unranked guy, like a Diego Ferreira, who I would pick to beat this guy. But then again, his fight IQ is a little suspect sometimes. Just keep going for fucking spinning elbows against Abus Magomedov, and then jump a guillotine when you literally have him fucking hurt. So I mean, honestly, I could pick fucking Reinier de Ridder in that matchup because he'll probably hurt him and then jump a fucking guillotine and then I don't know, get Von Flue choked or some shit. I don't know. So that or like a Marc-Andre Barrial. I mean, I could see him winning both those matchups, and then you can give him like the Hermanson test or like a Vettori, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I want to chalk this performance up against GM3 as to like I think this guy's from like Sweden or like Northern Europe, I want to say. So like I'm wondering if it was just the time zone, like maybe he got jet lag when he came here or something. Like there has to be an excuse for like how bad he looked. Cuz if not, that just makes me wonder how shit 1FC is when it comes to MMA. Because I know 1FC has really good like Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, like when they do just those. But when it's like MMA all around, and I can't even say that because Adriano Martins, I think it's, or no, not Adriano Martins. Moraes knocked out Demetrius Johnson, so it's like their MMA is like good, right? But like this guy made me like rethink like is their MMA even all really that like is it even that good? Like I don't know. Next person. It's just alcohol. I mean, like obviously this guy's a good wrestler and like he's got really good grappling, but like dude, he hasn't really been shown any fucking adversity in his fights. Like I mean, he just like what was it? He ran through like Val Woodburn and then he like Cody Brundage. I mean, his only like real adversity he was shown in the Cody Brundage fight was when Cody like shucked him off of his back, I think, and kind of like or like like he like did I can't remember exactly what it was, but he like fucking yeeted Bo Nickal off of him, and like yeah, it was kind of funny. So I don't know if this guy gets past Paul Craig at UFC 309. I don't know if this video is dropping before or after. I could see Paul Craig winning it, by the way. Hello, guys. Hello. Hold on. Wait a second before you fucking flame me in the comments, okay? Hear me out. Statistically, whenever Paul Craig fights an undefeated prospect, he wins. Who, you might ask? Jamal Hill was undefeated when he fought Paul Craig? He beat Jamal Hill. When he fought Magomed Ankalaev, he choked him out, or got a triangle choke and made him tap in the last second of the very last round when he was losing the fight. So like I could see him throwing up a triangle and doing the same exact thing to Bo Nickal. Because Bo Nickal is gonna try and take this dude down. Like, I mean, I feel like Bo Nickal's gonna go in there and try and ragdoll this dude, and then it's gonna be like, I have a feeling we're gonna get like Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva 1 off of Wish here, where he's like beating the fuck out of him for 2 rounds, and then in the last minute of the last round, kind of like the Magomed fight, he just gets triangled and has to tap. Like, I could see that happening. I also, by the way, I can also see Bo Nickal literally just chinning this fucking dude. But anyways, um, if he gets past Bo Nickal, give him another unranked guy. Give him a little bit of a test. Maybe give him somebody who's a stronger wrestler. Because not Bo Nickal, Paul Craig is a really, really good, like, he's got really good submissions off of his back, but he's not like I don't think he's really a good offensive grappler. I don't really think he would be able to, like, take Bo Nickal down or, like, be able to rival him in the grappling other than, like, pulling guard on him. Like, so give him after, I'm just going to, I have, Bo Nickal picked, by the way. I would not be surprised if Paul Craig pulls it off, though. Anyways, no. But what I'm saying is give him somebody who is a pretty decent offensive grappler, and then maybe like another one after that, and then you can give him like, I mean, let me see who's in the top 15 here, just off the top of my head at middleweight. Michel Pereira, you could give him Shara Magomedov. Bo Nickal, I could see him winning that. Well, actually, no. That fight could go either way because, like, Bo Nickal's immediately going to want to shoot because I don't think he's going to want to or, like, if I was Bo Nickal, no, I can't say that. I feel like he's going to immediately want to shoot because, like, he knows Shara is pretty dangerous on the feet, and I don't think he's definitely not on Shara's level right now. And, I mean, I could see Shara timing him with a knee, but, like, at the same time, if he after this win over Paul Craig and another unranked win, I would say give him like Michel Pereira to get him into the rankings because I mean we saw what Anthony Hernandez just did to him. Maybe a Shara. Honestly, Anthony Hernandez would be a good matchup for this guy. I feel like that would be a really fun grappling match to watch. And I mean I say grappling match, not like obviously it's a grappling match, but like literally I feel like it would just play out like a grappling match. These dudes would just be like. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I feel like he's never been shown any like real adversity in his career. Like, this is something I've seen a lot of people saying, and I can see it. Like, I can like you know how like when you're like talking about MMA with somebody, or you're thinking about MMA, and you can just fucking picture something. There's a quote of John Jones when he was on the Ultimate Fighter against Chael Sonnen, I'm pretty sure, and he's like talking about elbows and whatnot, and he's like oh, when you're elbowing somebody and then they start seeing their own blood, then you'll show them who they really are. And that kind of same idea applies to Bo Nickal. I feel like he's never actually like been cut open badly or been hurt badly or been losing exchanges or been losing a fight. And when it starts to happen to him, maybe when he starts seeing his own blood, when he starts seeing like or like feeling failure for the first time, I could see him cracking under that and just not necessarily like giving up, but like kind of folding, you know? So I'd say give him if he gets past Paul Craig, give him somebody who will show him that adversity and kind of condition him to deal with stuff like that. So it's not a new feeling because like if he's never felt that feeling before, imagine what's going to happen if he were to go up against somebody like Khamzat. Like, imagine this dude just smashes through a couple ranked opponents, and it's him versus Khamzat, maybe for the belt. Who knows? Who knows? Because, like, say Khamzat beats DDP, and Bo Nickal goes on a run, and then they're fighting, and he finally gets shown adversity, and instead of an unranked Marc-Andre Barrial or a Diego Ferreira or a Shara Magomedov in front of you, it's fucking Khamzat Chimaev. And he's wilting. He's like looking at his own blood. Chimaev kind of has like a half in choke on him, not fully in, but he's kind of bleeding, and you know he's kind of got like what's it called, like a face crank on him, and he's kind of just thinking like, oh my god, I'm bleeding. He's about to choke me out, and then like he would fold. I feel like he might fold. Like if he's never been shown that adversity before, like a Khamzat fight, like the last thing you want to do is like. That would be the worst case scenario for you as Bo Nickal is to have that moment of, oh shit, and then Hamzat's in front of you. Because, like, I know Hamzat's kind of had a sketchy rise, and I've been very critical of Hamzat. Like, if you know me, I've been very critical of Hamzat. But, like, be real. Like, he is not somebody you want to, like, have deer in headlights in front of. If you have deer in headlights in front of Hamzat and you kind of, like, hesitate in front of Hamzat, you're fucking done, bro. You're done. It's over. It's over. Like, he's going to take you to the ground and submit you. Because he doesn't have that. Like, he's been in wars before, and it's also he just doesn't have that. He's just the brother, I come and smash, I smash. Like he's like in your face. He wants to kill you. He doesn't have this like, oh my god, I'm bleeding, or oh dude, I just totally lost that exchange. I wonder how many rounds I've lost, or oh, am I winning this fight? And like he doesn't have those thoughts. He's literally, I'm gonna go out there and I'm just gonna fucking choke this dude out. I don't care. So that's my reasoning for Bo Nickal. Just give him a little bit more steady rise to like to a ranked opponent, and then, you know, yeah, just man, just be careful with Bo Nickal, because like I know this guy's a huge prospect, and like Dana White's really trying to push him, but if he pushes him too hard, he's gonna get fraud checked fucking badly. Next person up, this fucking guy, Rinat Fakhretdinov. Okay, he's already been fraud checked in my opinion, but on officially in the books, or like whatever, however you want to say it, like officially, he hasn't lost in the UFC. I think he's had like a draw and like 2 wins, a split decision win and a unanimous decision win, which was a robbery. He lost against Carlos Leal. Like, he clearly lost that fight, 30-27 in my opinion. Bullshit scorecards. And it's just a matter of time before this dude gets fraud checked. And I feel like the MMA gods are going to make this next one really bad, like a flatline KO, or like a fucking 30-26, like. And it's like a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, well, it's not his fault, it's the judge's fault." It's like, no, he doubled down. He doubled down on thinking he quote unquote won the fight. And he went after DC for when DC suggested that he clearly lost the fight. So, Carlos Leal clearly fraud checked this dude, but I feel like obviously he fraud checked him, but like officially, I think it's going to be bad. I think he's going to get like TKO'd. He's going to get like smacked clean on the jaw, couple follow-up shots, or he's going to get like 30-26. Like, it's going to be like a 10-8 round, like no shot for this dude getting a win. Like he's showed us at UFC 308 that there is a way to beat him. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, Carlos Leal was juiced. You know, there was no, he didn't get tested because it was a short notice fight or whatever, because Ruzaboyev pulled out. Yeah, but like, I still see this dude getting bitched. I mean, he's had close fights in his UFC career, and like, I feel like, I wonder like why is he getting all the benefits from this? Like it seems to me that he's just benefiting from all these terrible decisions. So I think he's gonna get fraud checked badly. He's beatable. We've seen that with Carlos Leal, and you know, arguably beat the shit out of him. I don't know what the judges were watching. It's in Abu Dhabi. That's their guy. Just be honest. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he's just gonna get TKO'd in his next fight. I think he's a welterweight. I'm pretty sure he's welterweight. So I don't know. I know welterweight's kind of stacked right now because we just had Prates jump into the rankings. Also Michael Morales, and you know, I could see them because Nick Diaz versus Vicente Luque just got canceled, I'm pretty sure. So I could definitely see them maybe trying to push this guy against a Vicente Luque. But I'm pretty sure Vicente Luque has a brain bleed, so he's gonna. I don't know how that. He had brain bleed from. I think it was Jeff Neal that gave it to him. Or was either that or Neil Magny? I can't remember. I get those two mixed up all the fucking time. Anyways, point being. I mean, they're both gatekeepers, whatever. Point being, he could win against a Vicente Luque, and then I think like if he fights up from there, he just gets fucking fraud checked badly. But like. I don't know if they're going to push him for a ranked opponent, but if they do, I feel bad for him because Carlos Leal has shown that this guy is very beatable, and I just don't think I don't know, man. I don't got a good feeling for him. So, next one. Shara Magomedov. So, just a grappler, really. I mean, like in a higher level one, honestly. Like, I'm not saying like a low level grappler because we've seen him against Tricoli, I'm pretty sure. But like, now that he's ranked, if he gets like a Roman Dolidze matchup or an Anthony Hernandez matchup or like I don't know, like I feel like anybody who's ranked right now that actually has a solid base for grappling could just wrestle fuck this dude to a decision. And if he's not fighting in Abu Dhabi, yeah, guess what? He's not going to get away with grabbing the fucking cage because he got away with that in the Tricoli fight. I think he did it like twice. Um he was holding onto the fence for dear life. And if this is like in any other location in the world, he's getting a fucking point taken, and then he's gonna get taken down and brutalized. As well, like I mean, his striking is really good, but I just don't see it being as elite as like everybody makes it out to be. Like people act like he's this deadly striker, and I'm like, he's got like what, two knockouts in the UFC and like one against Tricoli, and that one's not aging very well. That win against Tricoli is really not aging very well. Against Armin Petrosian, that was a really impressive knockout, but at the same time, like against Tricoli, Oleksiejczuk, and I guess sort of Bruno Silva, his weakness is grappling. Just grapple this dude. That's all you have to do. He doesn't really have the best grappling, and like I think he could lose to like a Hermanson or a Costa or even well, I was gonna say Michel Pereira, but nah, he's got no fucking gas tank. He's just gonna get fucking. That fight was so fucking stupid, bro. I literally had the dude by round one TKO, and he almost fucking he hurt what's his face Hernandez to the body, and then he just decided not to go for it. Anyways, point being, um, he could beat, or I mean, sorry, he would lose to like a Hermanson or a Costa, but I think he could beat a Michel Pereira. Like just get him past the second round and then you win. That could be a fight night main event. Well, actually, no more fight night main events for fucking Michel Pereira. Fuck you. I take that back. But other than that, I mean, any other guy at middleweight, I see bitching this dude, just absolutely fucking cooking this guy. I mean, he called out Adesanya, and I don't like Israel Adesanya, but like he would bitch the fuck out of this dude badly. Like there's levels to his striking. Like there's just levels to this shit. Like I don't see him beating Izzy. Like I genuinely could see like, and this is the thing. I hate Adesanya fans because they're literally always their like baseline response to any like anybody being like, "Oh, well how would Izzy do against this guy?" They're like, yeah, Izzy by round 1 question mark kick." It's like, okay, he's dropped like one or two people with this question mark kick in his entire UFC career. Congratulations. Anyways, no, but I could genuinely see him catching him with the fucking question mark kick. Not to be like what I just described as annoying, but like I could genuinely see him. I could see him knocking out Shara Magomedov. I think there's just levels to striking, and I think the path for Shara to be successful, he's got to fight like a Michel Pereira, and then not a Brendan Allen. Allen's just gonna try and wrestle fuck this dude because like honestly, you're fucking. I'm tired of trying to tailor make matchups for this guy. Your path for success is getting some takedown defense and maybe getting some wrestling. Like I'm pretty sure he's from Dagestan. Like, how is wrestling your weakest base? That's their whole thing over there. Anyways, well, those are my like 5 people that I think are gonna get fraud checked badly soon if the UFC fumbles it. I mean, I've kind of given like a blueprint on how they can avoid being fraud checked, but these guys get shoved into the top 15 right away. They're fucking done for. Like these guys need a couple more wins, unranked wins, and develop their game a little bit better, or maybe show me a little bit more. Show me that you're ready for the top 15 before they get there and before they get their shot at the rankings. Sorry. Shara's ranked, but you know what I mean. I mean, he beat an unranked guy to get ranked. So, you know, what I mean is going against a ranked guy. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you agree, leave a comment. Let's have some discussions about it. If you think I'm wrong, go ahead, flame me. Just let me know. Peace out. I'll see you guys later.